Imagine a place so dangerous, so mysterious, that it could blow your mind just hearing about it. From islands crawling with deadly snakes to vaults hiding some of the world's greatest secrets, these places are off limits for a reason. But wait until you hear about the number one spot we have on our list. It'll leave you speechless. Stick around, because these forbidden places are more than just dangerous, they are downright unbelievable. Number 10. Snake Island, Brazil. Tucked away off the coast of Brazil lies Ilha de Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island. It's not just an isolated paradise, it's home to one of the deadliest snakes on the planet, the golden lancet viper. With venom so potent it could melt human flesh in contact, this island is one of the most dangerous places you could ever step foot on. In fact, there is said to be a snake for every square meter of land. The Brazilian government has gone to great lengths to make sure no one steps foot on this island, except for scientists and researchers with special permission. Even they need to bring a doctor along, just in case. Can you imagine being surrounded by hundreds of these deadly creatures with no escape? Snake Island might seem like a biological researcher's dream, but for anyone else, it's a terrifying nightmare. The question remains, why do we allow certain places to remain off limits? What secrets might they be hiding? But don't worry, we've got more forbidden locations coming your way, each more mysterious than the last. Number 9. UN Buffer Zone, Cyprus. The United Nations maintains a buffer zone in Cyprus, dividing the country between the Turkish-controlled north and the Greek-controlled south. This no-man's land was created after the Turkish invasion of Cyprus in 1974, which sparked a bloody civil war. Following the ceasefire, the UN intervened to prevent further bloodshed and establish a neutral zone between the two factions. What makes this place so scary is the abandoned towns and homes left behind after the war. The zone is littered with remnants of old lives, frozen in time, shops with half-filled shelves, homes with broken windows, and streets left in disarray. The buffer zone, now a political symbol, has become a place where time stands still, and the haunting silence of abandonment is the only sound you'll hear. But why is it forbidden? Well, the zone is still heavily patrolled by UN peacekeepers, and any attempt to cross it into the northern part of the Cyprus are considered illegal. The world watches from afar, but few get to experience it firsthand. If you ever dreamed of walking through a real-life ghost town with a powerful political backdrop, the UN buffer zone is the place to visit, if you can get in. Number 8. Tomb of the Qing Shi Huang, China. You may have heard of the Terracotta Army. The 8,000 statues discovered near the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. But what you probably didn't know is that the tomb itself remains sealed and untouched. Discovered in 1974, this burial site is considered one of the most significant archaeological finds in history. While researchers have uncovered some of the thousands of clay soldiers that protect the emperor's final resting place, the actual tomb of Qin Shi Huang has never been explored. Why? Well, the Chinese government has forbidden excavation of the tomb for several reasons. For one, they are worried that the technology we have today won't be advanced enough to safely explore without damaging the artifacts. But there's also a deep respect for the dead. Excavating the tomb could disturb sacred elements of the emperor's resting place, which have been preserved for over 2,000 years. But here's the most fascinating part. While the tomb is officially off limits, rumors persist that there are hidden treasures inside. Golden artifacts and perhaps even secrets to ancient Chinese technology. It's a place so mysterious that even the most determined archaeologists can't get near it, making it one of the most fascinating and forbidden places in the world. Number 7. Chernobyl, Ukraine. Chernobyl, the site of the worst nuclear disaster in history. It's not just a place of historical significance, it's a place of unrelenting danger. On April 26, 1986, an explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant released radiation into the environment, affecting not just the surrounding areas but the entire continent. The aftermath of this disaster is still felt today as the radiation continues to affect the region. Although thousands of people were evacuated from the nearby towns, the legacy of Chernobyl remains. The area surrounding the plant, including the town of Pripyat, is now considered the Chernobyl exclusion zone, where access is heavily restricted. For over 30 years, the area has been abandoned. Yet, it's not truly safe to visit. Even today, radiation levels remain too high for permanent human habitation. But in recent years, the exclusion zone has become a popular destination for urban explorers and thrill seekers. Guided tours are available, but even they come with risks. You see, some areas of Chernobyl are so contaminated that you need a radiation meter to make sure you're not getting exposed to dangerous levels of radiation. Imagine walking through the haunting remnants of a city frozen in time, where nature has begun to reclaim the land. But all the while, radiation is silently working its way into the environment. Chernobyl is a living reminder of just how dangerous nuclear energy can be, and how history can be so deeply ingrained in the land that the past never truly leaves. Number 6. Area 51, Nevada. Area 51, perhaps the most infamous secret base in the world. Officially, the US government didn't even acknowledge its existence until 1992, but the rumors about it have been swirling for decades. What really goes on inside this highly restricted military base? Many believe it's home to UFOs, alien technology, and secret government experiments. Some even claim that the Roswell incident was an actual UFO crash, and the wreckage is still stored somewhere within Area 51. No matter how many rumors and conspiracy theories surround the base, one thing is certain: getting in is next to impossible. Area 51 is located in the Nevada desert, and the land surrounding it is heavily patrolled by security. Even attempting to approach the base is considered illegal, and anyone who tries faces severe consequences. The base is also surrounded by large signs warning about trespassing, and helicopters are often seen hovering overhead, ensuring no one gets too close. The secrecy surrounding Area 51 has fueled a multitude of speculations, but the truth remains as elusive as ever. Military testing? Alien life? Only those who work inside truly know. For everyone else, Area 51 remains an enigma wrapped in a riddle, and perhaps that's exactly what makes it so intriguing. Number 5. North Sentinel Island, India. In the Bay of Bengal lies an island so mysterious and isolated that it remains largely untouched by the modern world. North Sentinel Island. The Sentinelese tribe that inhabits the island has lived there for at least 60,000 years, and they remain completely isolated from the outside world. The Indian government has declared the island a no-contact zone due to the dangers of bringing diseases to the tribe, who have no immunity to illness like the flu or common colds. But it's not just the risk of disease that makes North Sentinel Island off-limits. It's also the fact that the Sentinelese are fiercely protective of their land. Any outsiders attempting to visit are often met with violent resistance. In 2006, 2 fishermen who accidentally drifted to the island were killed by the tribe. Since then, the Indian government has enforced strict laws to protect the tribe and prevent any further contact. The North Sentinel Island is the last place on Earth where a truly uncontacted tribe lives, and it serves as a stark reminder of how different parts of the world can remain completely disconnected from modern civilization. Number 4. Vatican Secrets Archives, Vatican City. The Vatican Secret Archives are among the most guarded and mysterious places in the world. Hidden in plain sight in Vatican City, these archives hold a treasure trove of historical documents dating back to the 8th century, including ancient letters from Mary, Queen of Scots, and documents relating to the excommunication of Martin Luther. The archives also contain some of the most confidential materials regarding the history of the Catholic Church. But here's the kicker: no one can just walk in. The Vatican has carefully restricted access to these archives, and only a selected group of researchers are permitted to access them. But even then, they can only view certain parts, as some documents are considered too sensitive for public release. The fact that the Vatican is so tight-lipped about what lies inside only fuels the speculation about the contents. Some believe that the archives contain evidence of ancient secrets about Christianity, while others think they could hold proof of extraterrestrial contact. No matter what, the fact that we don't have full access to this treasure trove of information only adds to the allure and mystery. Number 3. Fort Knox, Kentucky. Fort Knox, home to the United States gold reserves, is often considered the most secure place in the world. It's located in Kentucky and holds over 147 million ounces of gold. But what makes this place so secretive? Fort Knox is heavily guarded, with military personnel, advanced security systems, and a complex web of codes that protect the gold. Only a handful of people even know the combination of the vault, and no civilian has been allowed to see the gold for decades. There are rumors that other secretive activities occur within Fort Knox, including military research and classified government operations. But the real reason for the extreme secrecy is the vast amount of wealth stored inside the vault. In the world of gold reserves, Fort Knox is the kingmaker, and only those with the highest level of security clearance can even think about entering. Despite its status as a military site, Fort Knox remains a symbol of mystery and power, fueling speculation about what could truly be hidden inside. If you've ever wondered what the ultimate place of wealth and security looks like, Fort Knox is the answer. But unless you're part of a select few who hold the keys to its vault, it remains one of the most forbidden places in the world. Number 2. The Catacombs of Paris, France. Beneath the street of Paris lies a world of secrets, history, and eeriness. The Catacombs of Paris, originally created in the late 18th century as a solution to the city's overflowing cemeteries. These underground tunnels became the final resting place for over 6 million Parisians. The catacombs stretch for miles beneath the city, housing bones and skulls in their dark, narrow passageways. While parts of the catacombs are open to the public, a huge portion is off-limits to visitors. This is primarily because the tunnels are dangerous. Many areas are unstable, with risks of collapse. There are also stories of people getting lost in a maze of tunnels, with some even disappearing forever. But there's another reason why the catacombs are so intriguing. Urban explorers and thrill seekers have managed to sneak into the forbidden parts of the catacombs, where they claim to have found hidden chambers, secret symbols, and even signs of ritualistic ceremonies. It's believed that the clandestine group of explorers, known as the Cataphiles, secretly mapped out the uncharted parts of the catacombs, sometimes even hosting underground parties in the more remote areas. What lies in the depths of the catacombs? No one truly knows, as many of the areas are sealed off. But with bones piled high and ancient history everywhere you look, it's clear that some parts of the underground world are best left untouched. Number 1. Paglia Island, Italy. The island of Paglia, located off the coast of Venice, is one of the most haunted and forbidden places in the world. It has a dark history that goes back centuries, starting as a quarantine station for people infected with the plague in the 18th century. During this time, thousands of people were sent to Paglia, where many of them died on the island due to the plague and harsh conditions. The souls of these lost people are said to haunt the island to this day. Later, in the early 20th century, the island became a site of a mental asylum, where patients were subjected to brutal treatments. One of the most chilling stories surrounding Paglia is that of a doctor who performed experimental lobotomies on patients and is said to have gone mad. Legend has it that the doctor eventually jumped to his death from the bell tower, but not before his ghost began to haunt the island. Paglia is off-limits to the public, with no visitors allowed due to the dangerous conditions of the buildings and island's eerie reputation. Some people have tried to sneak onto the island, but the Italian government has heavily restricted access, considering it too dangerous and spiritually charged. And that's a wrap on the 10 most forbidden places on Earth. From deadly islands to mysterious military bases, these locations are not only hard to reach but full of dark secrets. Which one blew your mind? Drop a comment below. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more mind-blowing content, and share it with your friends who love mysteries. See you in the next one.